Guys, fan of all games here, and I'm back with another drama script Saturday, and I'm just going to give you a quick review on this past week's Raw and what I think may happen at the Royal Rumble. Not really a full prediction Royal Rumble like I normally do. I'll save that for, the Saturday before the Rumble. But I think that this is a year that it's set up that someone new will probably win. But I'll get to that once I go through this quick Raw review. Raw was good up until Roman Reigns pushed Vince McMahon and Vince started screaming my neck. So then Stephanie comes out with the NYPD and some major detective actor and says to arrest Roman, but what winds up happening is Vince is the one that gets arrested instead because Vince put his hands on the detective. And then Vince goes to jail. Segment was going well to that part. Then Kevin Owens gets the jobber entrance, then loses to the Outbreak Superstar of the Year, Neville, in 15 seconds with a roll-up. But Kevin Owens destroys him after the match, which I liked. Then Dean Ambrose came out, and then they had a fight, and then Kevin Owens ran away. Kofi beat Kalisto. Big E beat Sin Cara, and Sin Cara has a dislocated shoulder because Sin Cara did a flip on the apron, and then Big E took his feet from underneath him, and he landed awkwardly on his left shoulder and dislocated it. Finished the match with a dislocated shoulder. Big E still won. I don't know what's with New Day and injuring people's shoulders. First it was Jay, now it's Sin Cara. And second note, is it just me or is Sin Cara getting fatter? I don't know. Just me. Probably. But moving on. Then there was a triple threat match between the League of Nations and Dean Ambrose and the Usos, which the Usos pretty got banged up, and it was a very, very poor illustrated match, choreographed match. There you go, that's the word, choreographed. It was very poorly choreographed match. The Usos looked pretty banged up. I don't know if they were acting or they really got seriously hurt. Well, not seriously hurt, but actual like hurt, not injured, just hurt, like a lot of pain after that match. And then enters Kevin Owens, who destroys Dean Ambrose and power bombs him through the announcement table, which I like this. They're actually utilizing Kevin Owens and what he does best: fuck shit up and be a heel. I enjoy this. I'm fully okay with this. Have him do what he's been doing in the indies for years. Be a dirty, fucked up heel that doesn't give a fuck and fuck shit up. For people that haven't watched any of the indies, that was Kevin Owens. Now they're giving him what he used to do in the indies. This is perfect. Have him keep doing it. So which goes on to I think there was a Divas match, but oh yeah, it was Sasha Banks, the most over diva in the company at the moment, versus Becky Lynch, and Sasha won due to cheating. And to the main event, John Cena comes back, calls basically Alberto Del Rio a bitch. Gibson gets Alberto Del Rio to put the title on the line. League of Nations and enters the match when John Cena was about to win. Then for the second straight Raw in a row, Roman Reigns takes out the League of Nations by himself. So the League of Nations ain't shit. They got taken out by the same person in back-to-back weeks. League of Nations ain't shit. You can't push this stable as a monster here stable if they keep getting taken out by one person. This makes back-to-back weeks now. I am so happy that Kevin Owens is not in the League of Nations, because geographically wise, since he's a Canadian, he would fit. because he's not an American. So happy that Kevin Owens is not a part of this League of Nations garbage, because they be getting their ass kicked by one man week in and week out. And then Vince comes out and says next week Roman Reigns defends his WWE World Heavyweight title against Sheamus, and Vince is a special guest referee. There was a mixed segment, but it got bombarded by jobbers that no one really cares about except Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder came out, and then Big Show. Either it was kind of unclear. I don't know if I didn't see SmackDown, so I don't know if on SmackDown they clarified it even more. I don't know if he was declaring himself as entry number 1 or just being the first person to make the announcement that he's entering the Royal Rumble. So it's very unclear. Hopefully that gets cleared up on Monday Night Raw. Either way, I don't really care. Big Show was going to be in it anyway. You need 30 people in the motherfucker to begin with. Excuse my language, but Big Show is going to wind up being in the Royal Rumble anyway. I don't feel that Big Show is that much of a credible superstar now, because he's way past his prime. He's used better putting over people than him getting put over. He's already won the useless Andre the Giant Memorial last year. He's a 2-time champion. It almost seems like he was going to say if he doesn't win the Royal Rumble, he was going to retire. That's what I wanted him to say, because it's what, 22 years in the business now as a Giant. His back must be killing him. So yeah, I think it's time for him to hang it up. Big Show and Ryback had a match and it ended via fucking count out. I'm sorry, I'm cursing a lot today. It's just Raw was yeah, a lot of nonsense for no reason. It desperately needs to go back to 2 hours, because when you get to that 1 hour and 30 mark, 1 hour and 30 minutes marks, it starts to drag. You could tell it's dragging because they don't have enough people, or they're not pushing all the right people for a full 3 hours. And Cesaro hurt, Tyson Kidd's still hurt, Orton is still hurt. We don't know when we're ever going to see Brock Lesnar again. John Cena just came back, but he's going to be for the US title. Which brings me on to there actually may be a new Royal Rumble winner, because even if Roman Reigns loses the title on Monday Night Raw, and if Roman Reigns loses this title on Monday Night Raw, it's going to be a flashback of 2006 where Edge and John Cena played hot potato with the title. But let's just say Roman Reigns, even if Roman Reigns does lose the title on Monday Night Raw, he still gets a rematch clause, and they're probably going to save the rematch clause to the Royal Rumble, because they're going to need a main event. Now, is the Royal Rumble going to be the main event? I don't know yet, because usually either the Royal Rumble is either the first match on the card, the last match on the card, or it's the match just before the main event match. That's usually how the Royal Rumble, because you really can't, everybody has their cues when they're supposed to get eliminated or supposed to get out the ring, but you can't really time frame how long a Royal Rumble will last. I'm pretty sure it's under the same time constraints as an Iron Man match, because I think Rey Mysterio was in it the longest for one. I think he was in it for an hour and some change, and that's where he won the first person to win in entry number 2 with Rey Mysterio. But you really can't time frame how long a Royal Rumble is gonna last. So they either do it first, or they either do it last, or they do it just before last, because main event title matches are usually 15 to 20 minutes, unless it's gimmick infringement, like unless it's an Iron Man or a ladder. Then those could go over 25 plus. But someone new, since Cena's I'm assuming Cena's gonna have his hands tied on Alberto Del Rio. I don't think that they'll get another match next week on Monday. So we're gonna have Cena versus Alberto Del Rio, I'm assuming at Royal Rumble, and Roman Reigns versus Sheamus at Royal Rumble. So that leaves 4 people within the past, oh shit, 5 years. No, 6 years. Those are the 4 people within the past 6 years that already won the Royal Rumble. Probably not to be in that match. So that already opens it up for 4 new people to be in it that never was in it before. And 4 new people, and you know, all 30 to have a chance to actually win a Royal Rumble. Orton is hurt, so he won't be able to win it. So Orton can't win it again because he's still hurt. Sadly, Cesaro can't get his first Royal Rumble, but I don't think they would give it to Cesaro. This would be a great time for either they give it to Dean Ambrose or they give it to Bray Wyatt. I think for someone new to win the Royal Rumble and to go into WrestleMania, I feel it either has to be Dean Ambrose or Bray Wyatt. Because they've been borderline main event scene for the past 2 years now. So I would be happy and fully satisfied if it's Bray Wyatt or Dean Ambrose. Every wrestler's mark stream is for Daniel Bryan to come back at number 30 and win it, but I think WWE's past Daniel Bryan. He had his moment. I highly doubt that Daniel Bryan would beat 30 and win it. Hell, we even might get lucky if he's a surprise entrance. But you know, every wrestling fan's dream is for Daniel Bryan to come back at 30 and win it. I highly doubt seeing that. But so I'm saying if it's not Dean Ambrose or Bray Wyatt, I'd be or it could be Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens could be. I'd be fine with Kevin Owens. But I don't think it's his time yet, since he hasn't even made a year yet on the main roster. So, but I'm saying I want either Bray Wyatt or Dean Ambrose to win. That would, in my opinion, that would make the most sense because they've been borderline main event region for the past 2 years now. Both have worked with Cena. Bray Wyatt had I think 3 matches with Cena, I believe. He's beaten Cena. Dean had a good open challenge match for the US title against John Cena. Plus they've tagged in the past, you know, to go after Seth Rollins. That was roughly a year ago. So they're the only 2 that I would want them to win the Royal Rumble. It would make the most sense. Either one of them. Dolph's is too late for Dolph. If Dolph gets another title shot, it'd be by luck. We know Miz isn't gonna win it. Wayne Barrett's not gonna win it because, you know, they don't care about King of the Ring. Who else is probably gonna? They're probably not gonna give it to Neville. Neville's gonna be in it. Kofi is gonna do some horrific spot. Well, not horrific, but you know, some outrageous spot. But we know he's not. No one from the New Day is gonna win it. So it really comes down to Bray Wyatt or Dean Ambrose. Seth Rollins is not going to be in it because he's still hurt. So even though he's never won a Royal Rumble, but you know, that eliminates someone that has if he was healthy and probably wasn't going to be in a storyline with Roman Reigns if he was still champion, because he was supposed to lose it to Roman Reigns. He would be somebody's idea to win the Royal Rumble. But right now, what makes the most sense, at least to me, it would have to be either Bray Wyatt or Dean Ambrose. Or Kevin Owens could be a third. And, you know, the long shot is Daniel Bryan. But mainly Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose. But that's going to wrap this up for this week's Drama Scripted Saturday. Remember, there's a Drama Scripted Saturday every Saturday. And if you have liked what you have witnessed, please like the video. It really helps out, really promotes it. Share it, subscribe. And I will see you guys next Saturday. And I'll see you in well, this will be the first Drama Scripted Saturday in 2016. So Happy New Year to everyone, and stay safe. And I'm out. Later, guys, and peace.